Hi guys, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to my channel. To be a lawyer in Nigeria, you have to go through the Nigerian Law School, after which you pass the bar finals exam and then you'll be called to the bar. The Nigerian Law School marks the beginning of your legal career indeed. Hi guys, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you're watching from. Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Acing. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a frequent viewer, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for always coming back to view my channels. You guys are the real MVPs. To everyone who has watched my video but yet to subscribe, please click that red button. It doesn't bite, it's harmless. Yeah, thank you. So today's video is a reflection of my experience in the Nigerian Law School. And yes guys, by the way, I passed my bar finals exam. Yeah, it was good. I passed the exam, to God be the glory. So guys, this video is going to be very essential to those in law school presently, or those praying for to resume in law school, those in their final year praying to resume law school soon, or those who are currently graduate of law or yet to get into the law school. If you are a law school student or you're trying to be a law school student, this video is for you. Please watch, subscribe, share with your friends and your loved ones. All right. So my journey to Nigerian Law School began officially last year, February 1, 2024. Before you go to law school, after you have completed your 5 years in the uni, your school will forward your details to Nigerian Law School. You fill some forms and then you get your posting letter, your admission letter, and boom, the law school journey starts. So my posting came out last Saturday of January 2023, and when it came out, I was posted to Abuja campus. That's at Bwari. You have the opportunity to pick 2 campuses on your form. Currently, we have 7 campuses of Nigerian Law School in Nigeria. We have Abuja campus being the headquarters, we have Lagos campus, we have Kano campus, we have Yola campus, we have Bayelsa campus, we have Enugu campus, and we have Port Harcourt campus being the newest campus. So when I saw my posting, I got posted to Abuja. Despite the fact I picked Lagos for first choice and Enugu campus for second choice, I was happy because Abuja is home. So when I saw my posting, the next thing I did was, okay, I went on YouTube and now start typing, like watching videos, what do I need to survive the weather in Abuja? Like, what do I need in Nigerian Law School Abuja? So the lady whose video I stumbled upon said something. She said, get everything that will make you comfortable in law school. So December 2023, I had done all my shopping for my clothes, my big notes, writing my students and all. So she said, get everything that will make you comfortable. At times it gets very cold, so I had to get electric kettle. I had to get electric fan if it gets very hot. I had to get padlocks and keys to lock my bags and my wardrobe. I had to get what again that I didn't really plan for. Fan, electric kettle, yeah, bottle, hot water bottle and cold water bottle. I got things I knew that I really needed in law school. The only thing I didn't get was humidifier. I was like, okay, I can always adapt if it gets too hot to my fan. So I got everything I think I got new boxes because the boxes I needed, because the boxes I used in law school, I mean in uni, were spoiled. Like tires was no longer good, so I had to get new boxes. I had to get new clothes because law school standard, trust me, is not the same as the university standard. Like everything there is total departure from the normal 5 years of school. So I had to get black gowns because your gowns have to be a particular length. Like it has to be below your knees, your skirt below your knees. I had to get suit because at dinner you have to wear suit, both male and female. I had to get camisoles because of the dinner as well. And for very late at night, and then I arrived at Abuja around 12 a.m. So I couldn't even eat. I just slept off, and then when the day broke, prepared and went off to school. From home to school is about 2 to 3 hours journey. So I got to school and we left town very early, and I got to school around 2:01. And when I got to school, we were told that I had to join the orientation going on in the hall currently. I think that was the multipurpose hall currently that we had a drug awareness lecture. So after the lecture, we were to start continue the registration, and then we queued up and we'll start registering. My journey in Nigerian law school began with tears, I'm not gonna lie, and also ended with tears. So when it almost got to my turn to get registered, the officials were like they were closing. I said, close gate. How can you close? When it almost got to my turn, how many hours I've been here, coming all the way from town, flight and everything. How will I get to work? What will I do then when I get home? Did I go to school to play? Huh. I was crying. I began to cry immediately. So one woman, God bless that woman, and I think all through my days in law school, I think I only saw her once. That woman was like, don't cry, don't worry. She would give me the form I should fill. Then the following morning, I should come as early as possible, that they will attend to those that they stopped attending to that same day. That will be different from the people that they are going to attend to the following day. So I went home, I filled my tears, I filled the form, I wrote my name. So the following day, February 1, boom, I had start registration. And that day, because normally I wear glasses, so I was like, okay, maybe because I was wearing glasses, so they thought maybe I was this ajebo. So I didn't go with my glasses, I only went my school bag. Even though I had itchy eye that day, but I endured. So I was able to do everything that day. I was able to get my hostel, do my medical verification and every single thing. Yeah, law school, we have to do medicals 3 months, and it must be valid for 3 months before you resume. So I did every single thing, and then that day was a Friday. I went home back to town, and then Sunday I had to resume to school because lectures started February 4. So classes started. I remember my first class was criminal litigation, and yeah, the class was, the thing I did was I read before the class. So my first class was very interesting. Dr. Practitioner taught us, and it was beautiful. It was amazing. And then we were given the list of textbooks to buy. So my first textbook I bought that time was criminal litigation by Kunle Afolayan. It's a brownish color, and it was 5,000 naira. I remember that was my cheapest textbook in Nigerian Law School. So after that, we had the class activity, went back to the hostel. Law school, you cannot cook. Yeah, that's a disclaimer, because I love cooking. Cooking is one way I distress myself, like one way of releasing stress. I couldn't cook for a good 1 year. So from class to library or to Mami Market, that's where we buy food, or to your hostel. So I had a routine then. My routine was, my breakfast was always provisions, either golden more or bread and tea or biscuits, and there was this drink, I can't remember the name right now. There was this milky drink I bought to school. Yeah, fresh you, yeah. So it was either golden more in the morning, or I take bread and tea, or I take custard, or I take fresh you and biscuits. So in the morning I take golden more or custard or bread and tea, and I take snacks for break. Then after lectures, I come to my hostel, refresh myself, rest, then go to Mami to eat lunch, and then go to the library or come back to my room to read. Then at night, I go to buy food. So mostly in the afternoons, I was eating swallow, because swallow make me sleep more at night. So I avoided swallow most nights so that I could read more at night. So because that's my strength. I'm a night reader. Like I work effectively, I read effectively at night, because that's my strength. Although I try to do that too during the day, but it's at night that I have this very high level of focus and concentration. So during the day after class, I go to library, do my pre-class myself before I go for pre-class meetings, eat, swallow, rest, sleep. Then at night, and I get up and now read. So that was my schedule, I think, all through law school. Then I remember my first week. Second week, I don't know where the tears came from. Law school will make you cry. No matter how strong you are. I cried. I crowed. Like at a point, you know, when you have read something before going to class, and in class you are still lost. And at a point, I come back and I'm like, God, what did I just go through in class? Like, what was I taught? That was how it was. Like something that you know that you have read before going to class, and in class you are still like, at times I'm like, God please, God please, God please. Like I get to my room, and I cry. Like I cry because there's nobody I can tell that I don't understand. I'll be like, pray, you can do it, you can do it. It was just like, God, what is going on? So at a point I tell myself that wait though, because in law school I wasn't this chubby. I was like, wait though, how many is my body that I'm using the small tears God has given me to cry in law school? Well, that day I resolved that nothing on this campus again will make me cry. And yes, I didn't cry again because of any law school lecture or schedule or anything till my final paper. Another thing about law school is that you'll be pressured. If you're this kind of person that you don't get satisfied with your own things, like you don't get contented with whatever you have, you will get pressured because we have different levels of people in law school. I was in Abuja campus and I had people in my, like, senators were in my class, like former senators, former ministers were in my class, former CBN governors, like we have different kinds of people. I told myself that this thing won't get back. This thing, I have to resolve in my mind that, well, I'm always contented. Whatever I have is fine by me. So I avoid that pressure, and God helped me scale through. Every morning before I leave my room, I plan my day like, okay, this is what I'm having for breakfast, this is what I'm having for lunch, this is what I'm having for dinner. I didn't let anybody influence me in terms of spending or in terms of wasting my time. No, I was always indoors in my room or in the library or even in my class or tutorials. I did not have time for I didn't have this social life in law school because I knew law school was limited time and I knew what I wanted from law school. So I did not have time for all these parties. We had so many parties like welcome parties and all. I did not have time to attend. Never I went for was welcome party organized by Redeem All of Mercy. Then the cocktail dinner, like the welcome cocktail that was organized by the school. Every other party that was outside school, count me out. You will not find me there because I'm like, do I ever have time to finish reading what I'm taught in class and asking myself past questions before I say I want to party? Yeah, so another thing about law school, you have to know how to manage your time. Yeah, that was where I learned how to be an effective multitask person. Like I had to multitask several times as I'm eating. I'm thinking of, okay, there's life now. Are my clothes ironed? Are my clothes washed? Do I need to do anything before I settle down to read? Okay, this is the number of times I have to rest. This is the number of times I have to read. This is the 1 hour I have to call everybody. I want to call my mom, my loved ones, everybody. This is the time I have to be online to chat. This is the time I have to read this particular topic. This time I have to read this particular past questions and revise. Ask myself questions. This time I have for group meetings and tutorial. So law school time, in fact, 24 hours is not even enough. At times, I read overnight, like to the point that I won't be able to sleep till I'm back from class. I have to still iron, oh my God, law school was a lot. But thank God I overcame. God helped me, God saw me through. Another thing again about law school is if you think you can cope with relationship in law school, fine. I'm not going to advise to break up. No, my law school journey with my relationship was God that saw me through. Yeah, it was God that saw me through. At the point I was like, can I still go on? I think I want to just focus on my career for now. So I had some months like, see, this life is just, this law school is either now or never. But later on, things got right and I was able to, especially when I went to for extensive, like I was able to balance up everything together. Spiritual life, academics in law school. Social life was even out of it because I don't have, even outside law school, before law school, I was not a social person like in terms of partying like that. So I was able to balance out during my externship period. Another thing about law school was I learned financial management. I remember 2 or 3 instances that I got my allowance and I have to think of my textbooks. Like at a point, I bought them to the point that anytime my mom calls me on video call, she was like, "Are you eating?" I'll be like, "Mommy, I'm trying." But I'm also buying textbook, and my cheapest textbook was 5,000 naira. Like that was the cheapest textbook I had to get. At times, I'm like, I remember the time I got allowance, and by the following day, I spent almost all the money buying textbooks. On the time when I had 12K in my account, I needed to buy a particular textbook, question and answer, multiple choice by Caleb Obamwinge or something. This is not an advert for him, but it's a very good textbook. I had to get it after it, and I had 12K in my account, and the book was 10K. And I was like, what do I do? My dear, I bought the textbook. I told myself that it's better for me to buy this textbook now when I have the time and drink Gary. Yes, that was, I had to make, like, I had to put my to many things in law school because I think that this is either now or never. I had to buy textbooks to my allowance. I didn't really clothes in law school. I had all my clothes from home, all my shoes from home. I didn't do all this frivolous shopping. My hair was majorly all back where I pack my hair if I don't have time to make my hair. So yeah, lectures were always done around 1. Then evening you go for pre-class with your group members, and yeah. Then fast forward to the dinner. Nigerian Law School program, you have to dine 3 times. That dinner is like compulsory, such that even if you have a first class, even if you are the BGS, that's best grade student, and you do not dine or you miss 1 or 2 dinners, you will still come back following here to come and dine. It's a compulsory activity for every aspirant to the bar. It's a dinner, not wearing evening dress. You wear suit, like you suit up as a lady, as a guy. You are going to be in complete suit from head to toe, and you have to dine with the highest body in the profession. That's the body of benchers, and it's 3 times. So you are dining 1, 2, 3 times. You have your hair has to be natural hair, like you have to loosen your hair. You can't go with attachments. No, you have to loosen your hair and pack it up neatly. If you're a Muslim, you have to cover your hair with hijab or cap moderately. Your skirt has to be below your length, below your knee. Your suit has to be long. You cannot wear bands or something. Your jewelry has to be moderate. You have to be in. You must be in the dining hall seated at least 1 hour 30 minutes before the bench has filing, because once the bench has filing, the door is closed, like we are not coming in again, and the person has missed that dinner and you are going to then be following here. So I remember my experience in Nigerian Law School was good. I mean, I had to plan myself, like I had days for washing my clothes, because I washed Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays, because we were wearing white and black, and I'm someone that I don't like my white being dirty for long, so to avoid it being stained permanently, so I wash my white. Like if today Monday I wear black, Tuesday I wear white, Wednesday I wear black, Thursday I'll wear white, then Friday I'll wear native. That was how my plan, like I had to do a dressing schedule self. So Saturdays I wash my clothes myself. I don't give to any person to help me wash. Then Sunday morning or Sunday afternoon after church or before church, I iron and keep in my wardrobe. I attended winners in Nigerian Law School, winners chapel. So morning service is 7 to 9. By 9:30 I'm back in my hostel. So resting and praying for the following day, Monday. Yeah. When I resumed law school February. March I felt ill in the sense that for 3 days I was very weak, like I couldn't eat, I couldn't go to class. I was just so drained, like I had brain block. I was so weak to the point that, in fact, I don't even know how I will survive those 3 days. After then, I began to, like, I had to start knowing my strength. Like I had to read. I had to reach out to a big sister of mine, like a medical doctor. Shout out to you, Sister B. I had to reach out to her, and how do I cope with stress? And then we had to do. She had sent me some links to one video on how to cope with stress, because that stress in law school is one that I've never faced before. So it was very, very strange to me. It was new to my system. So I had to start knowing my limit, my body limit and coping mechanism for that kind of stress. I remember May, the time, okay, we were having normal classes and all. So 3 months of lecture, full weeks of lecture, then you go for externship. Externship simply means you it's like an internship, but when you're in university it's called internship, but when you're in law school it's called externship, because you're an extern of Nigerian Law School. You'll be posted to courts, you'll be posted to law firms, courts to see the practical aspect of the profession, like what and the procedural aspect of the profession of what I've been taught in law school. You will see it happening before you, right in the court. Then law firm, you will know how to, like, you will know how law firms actually operate, filing, like how they basically everything has to do with handling a law firm, opening a case file for clients, attending client interviews, what you should do as a lawyer, what you're supposed to do, abiding by the rules of conduct, the ethical misconduct in the profession and all. Like, you are to be fully involved in that program, because you have 2 books that will be given to you: your logbook, which you are to record your activity each day, and if your court did not sit, you didn't write my court, you have to go to the nearest court to you to report this is what happened in the court. You have to watch proceedings, no civil proceedings, proceedings, announcing appearance, tendering documents from beginning of like how a case is in court, to adjournment, to striking out for want of diligent prosecution, to judgment. Yeah, so, and during that period, that's the only time that you have 3 months of no lectures. You're supposed to be reading for your bar final, because once you are back from externship, you are going to be thrown up with activities like SRC. If your campus has SRC, that's Student Representative Council, you are going to be thrown with activities, you are going to class, and then you realize that, wow, time has gone. So that 3 months is the best time for you to cover up on lost ground and also read ahead, because when you are going back to school after internship, you are going to revise. What you'll be doing in lectures is basically revision and preparation for bar finals. Yeah, so I did that. I stayed back in Abuja for my externship. I was posted to court in Abuja, law firm also in Abuja, and then after the 3 months, I was to go back to school. Remember, before I came home for externship, I had weak loop on my left hand. In fact, the hand was so bad that I had to take injection for the first time in my life on the hand. They had to deaden the hand so that they could burst it and then bring out the pulse. They had to inject the hand. They had to give me intravenous injections, and it was so scary and painful. I remember the pharmacist then telling me that you are so underweight, you are not eating, what's happening? So, sir, lectures. Man was like, my dear, you have to first of all get well first. You have to eat well first for you to be able to focus and give your best in class. So placed me on heavy antibiotics, heavy drugs and pain reliefs, and yes, I couldn't wash. So that was the first time that I had to call someone, like one of our helps in the hostel, to help me wash my clothes. I had to pay her for the clothes. I couldn't wash, I couldn't do anything at that period. And yeah, that was the time that I had my time of the month as a lady. So I was battling 2 pains. I was battling pains from the weekly, I was battling pains from menstrual cramps as well. Oh my god, I wanted to, like, it was so painful. Like, at the point I talked to my body that, see, for now, please stop the pain, like, let me deal with this weekly pain. Like, I couldn't sleep. Like, the pain, I've noticed the weekly on a Saturday. So my uncle K, God bless you so much, sir, like, he stays not far, like Bwari campus and all, like very close to my school. He came to check me that day, and then it was like, this hand seems to be weak, low, go to clinic, let them check it for you. So I went to the clinic and they gave me injections that day. Remember, they gave paracetamol injection and peanut injection. By the following day, the pain was still there. By Monday, the pain had already turned to a weak low. I could not now sleep in the midnight. Oh my god. I enjoyed Monday, Tuesday I enjoyed, Wednesday morning, day of my dinner, I couldn't enjoy again. 1 a.m. I had to go and wake my porter, Mr. Oliver, please sir, I cannot sleep, this pain is too much. And we always have policemen in front of our hostels at midnight when we are going to start. By 12 a.m. everyone's supposed to be in their room. Only if you are going to stay outside your hostel, maybe you are using overnight in the dining hall or assembly hall or something. I had to go and wake up my porter that, please sir, I cannot sleep. So police escort took me to the clinic, we waited, and I was inside the injections for me to be able to sleep that night. And I slept around 3 hours prepare for class, but class started by, is it 8 or 9? I can't even remember. And then I had to dine that same day. I remember going for dinner, I had to wrap that finger with an handkerchief because the pain was too much. Like, it was excruciating to the point that my dining partners were like, "You are in pain. Are you sure you're able to skip the dinner, ask for permission on elsewhere?" I said, no, I will dine now and forget about it. So I dined, and then from the dining hall, oh my god, I ran to the clinic because the dining hall was full of the clinic in the Abuja campus. I ran, and Juma was like, "What have you been doing? Why have you not come since?" We're like, okay, so now it's right, let me bust it. Oh my god, I don't know when I began to scream and shout. With just one puncture, the pain was to my brain, like the pulse and everything. She was like, it's already open, we have to close it, you have to start coming for injection, you have to start coming for this, coming for that. So with that hand, I couldn't do anything. They had to close the hand down, and I told her that I've not slept for 2 days because of the pain. So they had to give me intravenous drip for me to injection for me to be able to sleep, and then the following day I start injections and start drugs. And weekend, towards the end of May, I went home. We had a week break for calls resumed, and I should have the pictures of those weekly and the video. I'll try and post in the video. I mean, yes, in this video. And yes, externship was good, it was fine. I was able to read and balance up my reading and all. So after externship, they are going in for the real battle, because sometimes you're going to have to attend evening lectures so that your lecturers can put you through. And also, if you have this thinking that when I'm done from anything, like, I will skip class, please don't try it. Don't, I beg in the name of God. I remember one of my questions in professional ethics, because one of my exam questions in professional ethics was part of what one of our lecturers already taught us in evening class. I was like, wow, God, thank you. Law School has offered 5 courses. Mondays, every Monday is criminal litigation. Tuesday, civil litigation, which was my favorite course. Then Wednesdays is corporate law. Thursday is property law, and Friday is professional ethics. And all these courses, you cannot say, oh, I love ethics more than criminal, so I'll give more time to ethics. You have to give time to every single thing, because every of those courses are important. And then law school grading system, oh my god. So you cannot just say, oh, I think I love criminal more, let me give more time to criminal and less time to corporate, or I love corporate more, I want to be a corporate lawyer, so let me give more time to corporate. Oh, it's simple, I can always cut up a day to exam. My dear, don't try permutation in Nigerian law school. You have to read every single topic back to back. Yeah, so that was it. I had to read before class, after class, and permutation weekends. Yeah, so that was life in Nigerian law school, because there's a particular grade you must have for you to be able to pass the Nigerian bar. After externship, you have to undergo what they call portfolio assessment, wherein they are going to examine you based on what you learned during your internship period. So you cannot say that, oh, let me use that time to while away time. You will surely be caught during your assessment period. There will be 2 lecturer from your campus, and then an external supervisor will come to examine you during your portfolio assessment, which also determines your success at Nigerian Law School. So I did that, and then timetable came out. Remember when our exam was very close, we got our exam to November 2nd, 2024. I was hearing these rumors that they were going to postpone the exam by a week or so. And I just thank God for my family, my big mommy, my big daddy, my godmother, my aunties, my uncles, everybody was there for me. Like, God really, really blessed me with the gift of men. And my relationship too was wonderful, it was good. Like, at a point you will be like, oh, you're online now, I'm supposed to be reading. I was always online, maybe because of my class information, but I can be online and not be active online. but God really gave me people that motivated me. Like even at my dying point, I remember when there was called to bar last year March, and it was my colleagues that had been called to the bar, and I began to have these thoughts. I went out to my dad, and my dad prayed for me, and it was like, see, the devil will bring thoughts to your mind, but believe in God, believe you can do it. And I ran with that word, and yes, sir, God bless you. I'm so grateful to have you in my corner. Yeah, so I went out to my big sister, my big mom. She was so wonderful. My godmother was God. God bless you, ma. Everyone that God used for me in Nigerian Law School, I just can't say thank you enough. My mother, oh my God, she would call me on video call. Already are getting me. Are you not eating? What is wrong? Eat food. Don't eat Indomie. My son will call and pray for me. Oh my God. Man. I just thank God for the good people God put in my corner when I was in Nigerian Law School, because that journey, you can't do it alone. For yes, you need good people, you need friends, you need family, you need your loved ones. And yes, we had my people, we had grandpas in my class, so it was more like everybody wanted to be a lawyer. And yes, it was just like, okay. So we were hearing rumors they're going to propose like extend the exam, like they're going to postpone the exam by a week. So my mentor too, God bless you, sir. Everyone got this for me in Nigerian Law School. Oh my God, you guys had to really help me, because I don't know, like every morning I spent in that Nigerian Law School, every single morning was more like, God, please, everyone you are listening from me, continue to bless them, because I just cannot even mention their name, because if I should mention their name, this video will be too long. God just brought in the right people for me at that right time. And my mentor was like, don't listen to them. Keep on reading, don't get tired. And I was reading, and God came through. God really came through. Like, God really showed me his mercies. I finished my exam November 9 with corporate law. And that was when my journey in Nigerian Law School really ended with tears, because after that corporate law, I was like, God, what have I written? And I cried from my exam hall to redeem all of mercy. And I told God, God, please, you know how everything is. Please just show up for me. And God really showed up for me, because I just cannot imagine how I would have survived without God. God was faithful. My result came out, even though it came out very late, everybody was about 5 months post exam. But God did it, and to God be the glory. Yeah, that was my journey to the Nigerian Law School. I just can't but mention some names. My mother, I'm grateful. My uncles, my aunties, my big mom, my godmother, my fiancé, my mentor, my sister, my cousins, everyone was there. Even my secondary school friends were checking up on me. My sister was always calling me, checking up on me. Are you doing well? Are you eating? Are you reading? Hope you're not thinking too much. Everything's going to be fine. Don't fall sick. Don't do this. Don't do that. It was just there. It was just God. So if my advice to everyone going to Nigerian Law School is that believe more in whatever you believe. You can't do that journey alone. Yeah, you can't do it alone. You need supernatural being. Whatever you believe in before you enter in Nigerian Law School, believe that being more. Like, it is going to be a taste of faith. It's going to be a taste of patience. It's going to be a taste of emotions. It's going to be a test of time. But my dear, with God, all things are really possible. Yeah. Then also textbooks, the opening of materials flying around. Forget, you're going to have so many. Like at a point, I was even tired. I asked out to my colleagues that have been called, that what should I do? And I ran with my slides, class slide. I ran with my handbooks, my recommended textbooks, and also a particular textbook, brand that was also recommended to me. And yeah, that's it. You have to just filter. You can't say that you want to read all the material. How do you want to even finish it? Past questions comes in handy. Draft, oh my God. I always say something that the best way to learn drafts is by drafting. You learn drafting by drafting. Oh God, I drafted, like when I went to school. I went to school with a pack of A4 paper. When I was coming back home, maybe I only had like 20 pieces left because I drafted corporate law. You're going to draft resolution, which was one minute of our exam. To draft resolutions. Oh my God, criminal litigation. You are going to draft charges. You are going to draft. So you have to know when to use for charges or counts. Yeah, you are going to draft. Forget it. That's always compulsory. You're going to draft charges. So you have to know which title or which designation you are using, like this state council or like you have to know when you are using counts and when you are using charges, and then how many number of charges you are going to write, and then if you are going to you should not charge the dead, and or you have to apply the laws given in the questions. You can't go above or innovate new laws, especially in criminal legislation. For civil legislation, you are going to draft as well. You are going to draft maybe a part of election petition. You are just going to draft. For ethics, you are going to draft. You cannot run away from it because ethics has drafting as much as in corporate law. You are going to draft CV. You are going to draft memo. You are going to draft internal memo. It was gosh. Then property law. Oh my God, power of attorney. Where are you? You are going to draft. Power of attorney. You cannot escape it. Will. You are going to draft in property law. You are going to draft what again in property law? Power of attorney. Wills. You are just going to draft. Forget it. I can't remember those property law, but you are going to draft. You are really going to draft. Rent. Yeah. This deed of assignments. The deed of assignment you are going to draft. You are going to draft rent review clause. You are going to know covenant to insure, covenant to sublet, covenant to repair, covenant. You are going to draft. You are going to draft your franking. You know, and you're supposed to know that you're not to draft. I mean, you're not to frank in your name, because it's if you are franking in your name Nigerian Law School exams, it's going to count for exam malpractice. So you are not to frank in your name. You have to put you have to develop an artificial name to frank. Your franking should be accurate, should be precise. Then you have to use, if you are using a phone, your phone number, but not your own real phone number, because if the difference is your phone number going to account to examination malpractice. Like law school takes all these simple things that I think is not necessary. They take it as exam malpractice. If you are using RC number, registration number for CAC, that's in corporate law, you have to invent RC number, you have to invent the email address, you have to invent the office address, you have to invent the name of the company, except it's given in the question. You can't also, I'm now a law school aspirant to the bar, so you want to use your name. No, you can't frank in your name in bar finance. When it's count for exam malpractice. And just so many things that you have to just be conscious of, and you have to look at the time too. 3 hours for MCQ. You have 60 questions. 60? No, 100 questions. Sorry, 100. 20 questions per course, and you're answering everything in 1 hour. 100 questions in just 1 hour. So that's like roughly about maybe a minute or less than a minute to those MCQs. Yeah. So you have to time as you're doing your part, you have to time yourself for your MCQ. I think I was able to train myself to a point that I was answering my MCQ 100 questions in about 40-50 minutes. Yes, you have to, your theory too, you have to give the accurate laws. If you have to cite cases, you cannot cite fake cases, because as your examiner is a learned person, he is a lawyer. So, and law school marking undergoes several stages of marking the script. They mark, they remark, they verify, so many stages of, so you can't say, oh, my script was marked wrongly. You can't even call for your script self. The only thing you can do is just see the breakdown of your results. So if you are giving cases, you have to give accurate cases. If not, just forget about it, so that you won't end up getting penalized for putting the wrong case. So that's what I'm going to tell you. So guys, thank you. Please share this video, and I'm going to do more videos about Nigerian Law School. So guys, see you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Please share, like, and subscribe. Bye. See you very soon. Bye.
not by power, not by might, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. The journey is not to the swift or to the mighty, but to God that shows mercy.